How's it going, everybody? I'll be playing this Ruin the Reckless game. The devs kind enough to give me a copy, a couple copies actually. Maybe we'll hand some out at some point in the near future. But I haven't seen much of this game. I just saw a little bit of Ty Tuesday playing it. I saw Sleep Cycles play a little bit of it as well. He likes that kind of game a lot. I like him okay, so let's see if I can get a good thing going here. We'll be starting in just a few. I also have N++. I got a copy or two of that. Check that out. Because I like that game on the DS pretty good. I won't be streaming too long today. Loon's doing a thing. I know Chip Cheesem is as well. I don't know him too well, but Loon's doing a thing, and I hate to interfere with his stuff, so I will probably not stream too long today. Just because of that, I'll host him if he's still going when I'm done. He might not be. He might be done already. I thought he was going for a long time though, so let me see. Actually, he does it on Hitbox. Yeah, he's still rolling. He's got a pretty good thing going. Hey, thanks, Festivore. So I changed my notifications around, obviously, because Bubsy's missing. I like the red armor okay. I'm not in any hurry to put Bubsy back there. Hi. Hey, thanks, Gammy5. You have that notification. You can disable it if you don't like it, but that lets you put that thing on my screen. That's what it's for. That's the only reason it exists. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I have this
What?
donation alert. Hello, Catsworth. My server's not up right now, I don't think. Maybe it is. I'll try. If it is, then great. But if not, then I can't fix it. It's not on my end. We'll try and host this thing here. Do you see it? No, it's not working. I can't give you a side stream today, Catsworth. If that doesn't fix by tomorrow, I might have to find a solution. That's not
That's okay.
good. Yeah, I can't. So you'll just have some delay, Catsworth.
That's fine.
This is a game that got kickstarted. It's a shoot 'em up kind of twin stick shooter kind of game. I think it is.
I played one of them once. Hey everyone, how's it going?
I've been waiting to play Titan Quest for 5 hours, Catsworth.
I've been mostly here and ready. If you can get a group together, let me know.
I took a nap. My server host is being DOSed, which means I might have to switch it over tomorrow because I can't do my show if they're down. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that would make it difficult.
Anyway, the big donation alert. This is for $10 donations. We fix this one. It's a little tiny still, but I don't think it needs to be any bigger than that, honestly. Yeah.
They're just robbing Bubsy.
They're smashing Bubsy with a bag of money.
Yeah, that's good. That's what he gets.
Maddie helped me animate that, and then we found out that the other, basically Twitch alerts, I guess they're called Streamlabs now, doesn't have the best system for that, and they're pretty much the best there is, so I have to deal with fucking up all the other ones that were just, you know, put a GIF in here and go. when we made that one, because that one was actually unique and animated well and took some time to make, so that's why the other ones are fucked up, like, since it looks different. Anyway, let me show them the shirt, Catsworth. Yeah, we'll play Pub Drive as we put this shirt on screen here. Hold on a second.
Oh no! How dare you do that to me?
How dare I make this shirt in the first place?
What?
There's this Catsworth shirt that we this is very much a work in progress. I said it would be available around this weekend. Well, here's how much we've got done. We got the rough draft approved. Everything, so we'll be selling these someday soon.
Yeah.
It's integrated into Twitch, so it's gonna be right down there if you want to get one. I haven't done it before. I think I can set the price, and then I will set it as low as I can reasonably set it to. I gotta see what that's all about. I haven't done it before, so I'm not too familiar with it. I expect it will be somewhere in the neighborhood of $15 to $25. I'm not sure exactly. Catsworth Special is my original joke. That's my property, Catsworth.
Hey, I'm not done fighting you. That's chat.
Alright. Let me load this game up. I haven't played it yet, I haven't even opened it up yet, but I saw some of it. It looked pretty good. Looked like my kind of stuff.
Yeah. That's good. I like when things are stuff that I like.
Yeah. Trying to open it up here, hold on a second. I have it on Steam. I also have a couple other, I have a ton of games I wanted to play recently. And all I've been doing is playing Oblivion.
That's okay. I've just been playing a lot of WoW.
What's up with that?
It's good.
Oh yeah?
New expansion just came out. And it's real good. That's all.
This game is, there it goes. In early stages still too, of course, because they just got kickstarted, right, I think. So I expect a lot of improvements to be made on whatever may or may not be wrong with it. It's one of those kind of streams where I expect issues and I will forgive them. I mean, you're talking to the guy who played Nuclear Throne from like beta 1, so I don't give a shit really about that kind of problem, as long as it runs. Anyway, here we go. Yeah, Alpha.
Yes, that is how expansions work, Greenfinger. Also, the joke's on you. Warlords of Draenor areas were obsolete before this expansion was out.
You tell him, Catsworth.
Yeah.
This game has a really neat art style. Reminds me of like Transistor.
I like Transistor. I need to finish Transistor sometime.
Titan Souls.
Titan
Getting my Titan games mixed up. Alright. Give me that coat there, yeah. Oh, I can change colors wherever I want. Okay. hop in here. Yeah, here's what I saw. We saw some of this tower thing. I may need to turn this game down a little bit. Hold on a second. Let me check out these buttons. Main weapon, right bumper. Fast power, left bumper. Fireball, right trigger. Dash, left trigger. Maybe I should change those. I'm not sure if I want triggers to be my buttons.
Watch out, there's little skelly boys.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
We got a potion of fire. I have no idea how to do that. Nope. Okay, my fireball charges. And I got me a key. And I got a pet totem. I wonder if I'm gonna be getting a bunch of loot and stuff. I'm out of mana. Oh no.
Mama. Mama Jama.
Looks like I can't throw fireballs whenever I want. I gotta watch that. I don't see any of that stuff though. It must be up top.
I can throw fireballs whenever I want, because I'm awesome.
What class do you play in Titan Quest, Catsworth?
I don't know, I'll play whatever. I don't care. I could be a Healy boy, or a Shieldy min, or a Spelly person, or an Arrow person, or a Slashy boy. I don't care. The only ones I've played previously was I played through most of the original game way back. There's the dual swordsman, and that ended up being pretty ridiculous. And then I played as the archer when we played together. So I don't mind giving something else a shot.
What's this dude doing? I didn't realize he was even an enemy. Okay. How do I open this chest? I don't have the key, but I... Oh, there it is. Okay. Maybe I just have to smash A on it a bunch. Well, yeah. I think I have to pick my weapon, and I'm pretty sure this glove appeals to me pretty good compared to that sword, so... Yeah. Another potion of fire. Die of Uncurse. I don't know how to use any of this stuff. Let me look at my controls again. Consumables on B. Okay. Oops.
What?
I threw it away.
Oh, that's not nice.
I used my extremely bombish fire potion on nothing. Well, keep moving. Oop. Yeah, these kind of games, they just call them twin stick shooters. That's exactly what I thought this was. Yeah, need key. These days, they are RNG based kind of games usually, and Nuclear Throne is definitely my favorite one by far of any of the ones I've played in a long time. So the more like this,
that's
that
a
game
pretty
is,
okay game, I guess.
Yeah, potion of experience.
That sounds helpful.
Oh, did I die? Damn, that was fast. I'm being taunted by a squirrel.
That's not very nice.
Okay. Oh man, I'm back to this one. So, I don't know how to get mana back. I think I have 6 casted fireballs. Here's the key. Ah!
That's a big guy being creepy.
equipping or not? I can't... I don't know what's going on with that. I don't think it is. Yep. I don't know what the totems, the pets do. I had one before, I didn't notice anything.
You got a bird totem
Yeah.
for your burbs. Now you just need a snack totem.
First running boots. Wonder why they're cursed.
Yeah, what's cursed about him? This sounds spooky.
A healing potion, now that's a consumable, I understand.
What's that do?
It blows up when you drink it. Okay, I think cursed means I can't drop it, just like nuclear throwing curses.
That makes sense. It's a mechanic that you know, even though you never played the game before.
Oh, it's a store. Hey, bud. So the Book of Fire is my shot charges?
Look at how happy that guy is.
Yeah. Offhand grappling hook, chunky mess. Offhand gust. Got me a recharging belt.
Yeah.
How do I use this offhand grappling hook? Oh, that's pretty hardcore. Reach there, alright. Alright. I'm gonna try this thing out. Ah, I gotta watch out for those things blowing up.
This is recommended.
I got that gauntlet back, hell yeah. That was good stuff. I think my trinket is attacking them now, yeah, okay, so that's what it does. It's just a...
Oh, nice. The little green thing you fall on you?
Yeah, what do you call
The
it? Familiar?
rainbow volleyball?
It's just a familiar.
Yeah.
Cursed recharging
Oh,
bolt.
get the sword.
I traded the sword in, that's the start weapon.
Oh, okay. Don't get the sword, it's a carbon.
It is. It sucks, this gauntlet is way better.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
Well done.
I'm gonna.
Oh. Okay.
I'm always out of mana. Oh, shit. I'm on my last hit. They got me.
No!
I'm starting to get a hang of it, but I'm gonna have to get used to the melee. I think I'm using my spells too much.
Yeah. I do like your big punchy.
Yeah, I like it
Oh,
when I find that.
ooh,
I'm gonna
they
miss
got
that. Okay, the item store.
You died.
Do we have a checkpoint to start here, or am I just shopping? I got a lot of money. Vampirism. I'm wondering if these orbs are limited to just one, or if I can have all three of these. Trying to figure things out. How you doing? Operative Games. They're the devs, right? I think so. Let's see. Good, you can help me figure out what I'm doing. I just started playing 5-10 minutes ago here. So Iron Pet Totem is a familiar, I think. I think that's the one I had too. Book of Fire is, I believe it's just what do you get, 6 per book? You can only have 1 book, maybe. Running boots are just speed. I don't know what dodging belt does. It's really expensive. It takes all my money. Then we have this this uncursed thing. I think that's pretty obvious. Heal potion. And I have no idea what these 3 things do. I think I can guess what vampirism does. I think I want vampirism too. I guess we'll find out right now if I can have 2 of these or not. Weapon drains hearts. Enemies drop more gold. Yeah, I can have all those abilities. Well, there you go, okay. I don't have enough money to buy anything else that I want. Take that potion of healing. Oh my god. Man, I died fast. Maybe we shouldn't start at this floor. I don't know. We always start with 250 though. Large Arc Soul, but it's cursed. Looks like I got a lot of items to try out here. There's that grappling hook again. Flying boots. I gotta figure out what these abilities
I gotta figure.
Hey, Catsworth, you got me some echo?
What?
I heard myself there for a second.
Sorry, my headset's been really weird. I think my USB ports are dying.
Oh no.
Yeah, it sucks.
Alright, let's try this. Let's see if I can last longer than 3 seconds. This arc is pretty nice. It's a slow weapon though. Man, I have a hard time running away from these enemies. They're so fast. Yeah, they keep getting me. I don't know what to do about them.
Yeah.
I need to figure out how to beat the basic squirrels. They're kicking my ass. They're so fast. Super jump boots. Oh, that'll help.
Probably.
Oh, I didn't even think about playing it like a twin stick shooter. Yeah, that might help. Quick charger. Charge spellbooks faster. How do you charge them? Hey, thanks for the resub, by the way, ACKN. Oh yeah, I was charging him. That's what it means. I mean, like, how do you get back charges on the cast is what I'm thinking about, not really understanding. Other than, I guess, replacing the book. Does it get used up and needs thrown away? That's what I think happens. Now, these guys don't have a chance when you actually are aiming. Like, do I have,
You punch those giant hamsters.
I've got a cooldown on this, right? Like, I can't just jump forever. I think I can do 3 and then I have to wait a second.
Try it.
It's not a very long cooldown. It's like Tracer, except it's like half a second instead of like 10 seconds. That's what it feels like.
Pretty good.
Bam.
Man, Tracer would be nuts if she was like that. Just teleporting forever. Pew, 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 pew. Just like that.
So where's my fire pet totem? How do I use that dude? Or do I have... I guess I don't know what the totems do. I don't see them. And I think I'm being punished for taking too long. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that book there has like... Hey, ah! That book has 17 charges in it.
Is that good?
Yeah, I think if I take too long, the floor starts going berserk on me. That's what those are.
The thing that killed you last time.
Oh my!
Yeah.
I'll leave now.
Will ya?
Okay. Okay, so my pet's here now. So yeah, okay, it doesn't summon it on that floor, it summons it on another one. Do I have a max HP or should I drink them healing potions immediately? I think my max HP might be 4. Oh my. Ah!
What?
I walked right into a shot.
That's not good. Oh.
I need to move faster. Shouldn't be a problem for me. I love smashing dudes with this big glove, though.
Yeah, that's cool. Just walking, BAM!
Yeah.
Right in the
Book
face.
of Lightning. I'll try that. I gotta go get the key. Yeah, that pet is ridiculous. Give me a potion of friendship, buddy. I don't know what that does. A cursed dodging belt, 2. I don't... It sounds good. I don't know what it does exactly, but I like dodging. Man, this guy's got grapples.
I want grapples. There's a warning. A warning.
What's that?
I don't know. On the top of your screen, it just says warning.
Oh, that's because that
Maybe
dude
because
was kicking my ass, Catsworth. Nah, I don't know.
Oh.
What should we buy, Catsworth? Give me your opinions here.
What do you got?
We got offhand
We'll be fine,
gust. I don't
remember.
know what that does. Sword pet fire affinity, sword fire pets, and scavenger, which gives me more money, and uncursed die. You know what? I could buy that and uncurse my thing. I don't know that I'll get rid of it though. It seems okay. Dodging belt sounds good to me.
Yeah. I don't know, scavenger, I guess, or sword pet fire affinity.
I'm gonna drink this potion of friendship. Oh
Yeah,
god,
drink it.
that kicks ass. I shouldn't have done that. I'll just bring this health potion then. I wonder if those guys come with me. I doubt it. I bet I wasted that. Just summon 6 orbs. Oh, they're still with me. Hell yeah, this floor is done. This floor is dead.
That's awesome.
Hey, everybody. The Crushing Boys are... Oh, this is ridiculous. That dude is just in retreat mode, man. Oh, I threw away my my jumping boots. Fuck that. I want that back. I should have uncursed that belt because I like the sound of a magnetic belt. For money. I like money. Lightning is also ridiculous. Like fire isn't as good as that. That's crazy. Super boots. What do you do? I'll stick with the jump boots. I think that's the best purchase I've made so far. That helps a lot. So the dodge belt gives me a chance to, when I suck and I get hit, it will make me not suck actually. It doesn't hit me. It just gives me a roll, just a dodge. Running boots. I think I like running boots the best though, actually.
Oh, that spooky guy almost got you.
He ain't got nothing on this cat, so I'll crush them all. I just punched the chest. Don't break it.
So why would you punch the chest? That's rude.
Bah. Time to run.
Oh, that's a bigger spooky guy. Oh. You got him.
Ugh. All right. I still have my buddy army here. They're still with me after all that time.
Good. Keep them forever.
Hopefully.
Hey.
That dude was in constant explosion mode.
Firefoot says there, dodecahedron's the most reckless shape.
Awful for golfing with.
But great for destroying your enemies.
Golf with friends has made me hate this shit.
Look, at least they're not cones, okay?
Cones are alright. I don't mind golfing with a cone.
And it sounds like they last until they die, and they can get hit, except for iron bets, he says. Oh, you lost all your dodecas.
Yep. No longer am I an orb man.
Your small hedron colliders.
Book of sword fire and a weaker belt. Oh my god.
You punch those wizards.
I'm getting up there. Oh, jeez. Man, I'm flanked. They're jumping moles. I'm just grabbing and throwing spells before I even see what they are, because I'm surrounded. Shockwave's pretty nice. Shoots a beam forward that splits when it smashes them. Man, I burned through that mana in like seconds, just instantly. As soon as I see an enemy, I charge the whole thing at him. Sword fire's empty. Orb stone. Wonder what that does. This game already has a lot of items in it. Mana.
Yeah.
So you can reflect.
Well, you better remember them all.
Bullets with melee. It's nice.
You dropped your Orby?
Oh my god.
What?
That turret kicked my ass. Time to go. Ah! That turret has kicked my ass twice. That's not the exit. We got vampires. I think I really want that vampirism thing. Quick charger, grab bag. Well, I gotta go for that. There's that friendship potion again. I got money to buy like the whole store here, so.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that the shopkeeper was the bird and not this huge guy.
What? It is?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna buy out
Oh,
this
I thought it was.
place. I wonder if you can have 2 quick charges.
I thought it was this guy.
You can. I got quick charge level 3. Get out of the way.
Nice.
We get this sword fire book. Wait, what book do I have? Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna drink this friendship potion. Again, the orbs are back.
The old boys.
Crush 'em. I'll just sit back and watch the orbs do their business.
Whoa. Should give them some privacy.
You get bonus XP. I don't know what XP does, but you get bonus XP for clearing the whole floor. Oh. Ah, slash. That seemed okay. I don't know that I like it better than... I mean, it's really fast, but I don't know if I like it better than the big punch.
Your level's in the top left there, right? You're level 8 right now, looks like.
Yeah, I just don't know what it does.
That does.
Maybe I have damage or something that I don't see. Iron Pet Totem.
Maybe you're the damage.
This dude's blocking me, I think.
XP levels you up. Level ups let you equip more orbs. Says cooperative. So there you go. XP is good, because then you get more friends.
That big dude's just asking for this blast, I tell you. Going back to my punch. He doesn't like that as much. Oops. Okay, I think we're all clear up here. Ah! I need to find the key. No, I got it. Well, I'm injured pretty bad, but I uncursed my belt. Yeah, he means abilities like the skill ups that you buy in the store. Yes. Ah! This may be the end of me.
Oh!
Gotta get punching.
No punching. Don't punch me. Oh! I apologize. I read that wrong.
Ah! No! This thing's dead.
Leveling up lets you get more ability orbs, not orb friends. Although, being able to get more orb friends would be pretty cool. Just have like 100 of them. Well, the game crashed, but I'm pretty sure all the enemies were dead.
Oh, they got me. I keep thinking I'm safe when I touch the thing, because that's the way I'm used to Nuclear Throne treating me. So I keep touching that, and I need to turn it on and then get on it after a second.
Yeah.
I've been owned. We're back to the start here. I wonder if I start with 250 if I start here. No, okay. You guys get a warm-up. I lost my speedy
There are
boost.
ability orbs that give you more friends. Yay! Everything is good again.
Ah! That's my belt. Oh, that's dangerous. I wonder what the dodge rate is on that belt, because it seems like it's proccing an awful lot. Must be pretty high.
Must be.
Yeah.
Oh.
You want to sell Catsworth stickers, Catsworth? 'Cause I could make those.
Yeah?
Yeah, I have this.
Okay.
I have the Design by Humans store now, so they sell stickers.
Nice.
I could just throw that in there. It wouldn't take me. I just turn it on. Like, it's just a matter of me sending them the picture and they'll sell it.
Sure, go ahead.
You can buy them today. Do you feel? Oh, gee. Yeah, I do get like a ton of XP for cleaning the floor.
Good.
I'm pretty oblivious to elements on the screen, like the timer that I just now noticed after all this time. Being up top in the middle. And the number of monsters up. Yeah, I just got 2 dodges in a row. These guys are mean.
That was good. They find the big hamsters still? Oh no, you find lizard boys. Oh, lizard. They got knives. I'm being told you should eat the orbs instead of breaking them.
These? I thought they were bombs. One of them blew up on me. Oh, we got a invincible long run. We got a buff for that. Yeah, there's a cursed book. I don't want that. That seems like something that I swap way too often to be having that effect on it.
A little friend appears. Smite mouth, eat the orbs.
It's one of the things I showed my girlfriend who doesn't use the internet much, and she just didn't understand it all. Like, what the hell are you talking? She got really mad and just didn't understand it all, even when I explained it. And that made her madder, I think, when I explained it.
What's there to understand?
Why it's funny. I mean, it's not funny. So there.
It's kind of funny.
We made Smash
funny
Mouth eat a
'cause
bunch
it's
of
so
eggs.
weird.
Guy Ferrari was there.
Yeah, but he refused for a really long time. Like it's really stupid, honestly, but that's why it's funny.
I thought these were orbs. I mean, I guess they are. They're just orbs I can purchase. I got
Yeah.
250 smackers anyway, so doing the first 2 levels helped me out a little bit. Large arc soul I've had before. Shockwave. Siphonings. Which one of these do we want, Catsworth? Grab bag, siphoning, or spellmaster?
What do they do?
I don't know. I have no idea. I could buy all 3 if I'm allowed to equip that many. I think I can equip 2.
Depends. That's looks like look in the top left, 1 out of 3.
Yeah.
Looks like you have room for 2. Get
Let me try siphoning.
get grab bag. Yeah, get siphoning and grab
And
bag.
recharge a spell books. That sounds great.
Oh, maybe you get spellmaster then. And siphon. Mm-hmm.
Spell books gain charges. Alright. Yeah, because if I can start throwing those around like nothing, I think I'll be in charge. I think I'll be living the dream here. I wonder how much siphoning we get, though. I'm at 26 now.
What's the big circle number, the 4? Is that your health?
Yeah, it is definitely my health. And 0 counts, I think, so.
Oh, you leveled up. Hey, eat the orb. No, you punched the orb!
I love to punch things.
There.
Dodging
There's
the
another orb.
First.
I know, you're just punching your unstoppable punching frenzy.
Offhand gust. LB is gust attack. Oh, I can throw tornadoes.
Yeah. Tornadoes.
I don't think I've ever had an offhand attack, or at least I didn't use it, because I'm oblivious. I think that just shoves them around. I don't know how much damage it does. That's an orb I have to destroy. I think I'm supposed to destroy them when I have no room. I think it says on screen when I steal magic, so I will know. Okay. We got a potion of fire.
Yeah.
I'm getting crushed by the most basic of enemies here. I'm getting lots of siphon charges. It's not super common, but it's I want to say like 1 in 10. I'll save that orb for later if it's just gonna sit there and I can drink it.
Yum.
Yeah, it is. So I can go get it now.
Sure.
Take advantage
You
of my
can do
orbs.
whatever you want, Smite.
That's right.
It's fine with me.
Iron Pet Affinity. A little friend appears. Got him. This place up here is a freaking mess. Jeez.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys here.
I'm not gonna run away. There's 3 monsters left somewhere on this floor. I wonder if these count. They don't. Okay, so it's just somewhere is just a regular old enemy hopping around. One enemy is causing me grief. There he is. It's this boss boy.
Let's go.
Yeah, get him. Get him, pet. Ow. Recharging belt. Is that even more mana? Oh shit. That's not the exit? Oh no.
Uh-oh.
We made it to the store. We didn't die, Catsworth.
Ooh, good job.
I wonder if I can switch orbs or if I'm stuck. Nope. I think we're stuck. Vampirism sounds really good. Sounds like my kind of stuff right there, but I can't get it. I don't have a trinket? What do trinkets look like? Is this a trinket? Yeah. I'm gonna uncurse it though. Why not? I got the money. You know, buy a book of clouds.
Book of clowns.
Yeah. Oh my god.
What?
A million enemies. And they're all those scary boys.
The scary boy.
That's what I think of them.
What?
I think I'm just gonna drop a whole bunch of shit on them.
That's fair.
Jerks. Eat this. This dude needs to get out of my face.
I agree, that would be good.
Sword fire pet affinity.
Now you can pet better.
Super boots. I still like my jump boots a lot.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fine. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
I've got like 4 friends, I think, now, automatically.
Good. I'm glad you have friends.
And I think I buffed them too. I'm pretty sure that they have some elements on them or something. Oof. I probably should have saved that. Oh well. Jeez. Scrap boys are jerks. Yeah, they didn't like that, did you? Nerds? Oh no. God. I'm alright. I'm still alive. Never going down. Well, I'll be going down soon.
Your health is at 0 though.
I'll be fine. Guess
That's
what?
where I'm saying. Yeah, that's good.
Fine. The only one that matters is the last one, I'm telling you.
From my experience in video games, 0 is not a good number for that to be at.
I got killed, Catsworth. I told you 0 was
Oh,
bad.
no.
You didn't believe me.
No, I said you're gonna be fine. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
Oh no. You died.
Well, siphoning works pretty well. We got 250 smackers. What are we gonna get? Iron Pet Totem. And, I don't know what flying boots are like too well. I'm gonna grab that siphoning orb, though. Could have stacked them, could have got double siphon. Is my 2 things. Oh well. Let's jump in. Nope. Oh man. There's a green orb. I wonder what the colors signify here. Offhand slash. Oh. I have a super move. Takes a while though.
That's why it's super.
Man, my default weapon is not very good.
Also, the devs have offered to jump into your Discord if you want to answer questions, say hi to stream.
Oh, okay, that's fine. It's discord.gg/smite.
Hey, Sumu.
So, when you see that shirt? Man. Oh, this is a pretty small stream for me. All my friends are doing big old events. So I was just testing the waters with this game. I'll probably play it again real soon. Probably Monday. I'll probably give it a real good run. Potion of experience. You jerk! Stabby guy comes out of nowhere, stabs me in the chest.
That's pretty rude.
It is. I'll kill him, Catsworth. I'll sit here and dodge bombs for 100 years till he's dead.
Dude. Understandable.
Yo, jerk. No blue dude can be spared. They must all go down. They paying the price for behind me.
Get him! Get him!
I got them all. Oh, there's 2 monsters left, but they're squirrels. I guess that's okay.
Depends on who you ask.
You don't like squirrels, Catsworth?
I like squirrels. But some people might not. I'm just saying, I don't want to assume anything for other people.
I'm not sure what the orb stone does. I'm really not even sure what the iron pet thing does. I think it makes my pets harder to kill. I assume. Ah! They got me. I need a better weapon or I'm pretty defenseless. That first weapon ain't gonna cut it for me. So I'll invest in that as soon as I see it.
What?
Here's my Discord. I was just seeing if my server's up yet. It's not. I might have to switch locations. I'd hate to do this if I have to do that, but whatever. I mean, if it works, it works. I definitely can't have my show not go on just because my host is down. That sucks. That's not a good reason for my show to get canceled.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
They're up well enough for me to clone it, I think. But they've been down for like 6 hours, which is concerning, because last time they were down, they went down in December and did not come back up until January.
Jeez.
Alright. Technician, I don't know what that is. Iron Pet Affinity's there. Cursed Arc Soul, I don't know about that.
It doubles the damage of attacks with an attack power of 40 or less. No, I'm just kidding. That's a Pokemon joke, Smite. You wouldn't get it.
I wouldn't. I was thinking about playing one of those games someday. You've turned me off
You
of
should,
it, Catsworth. Your joke was so bad that I'm just gonna hate Pokemon for the rest of the time.
What have I done?
Alright.
You're lost.
What?
I got him.
Thorny Belt? I bet I know what that does. If it's damage for taking damage, that's not my kind of thing. Triple Boots. I gotta see what Triple Boots means.
Trip boot. Trip boot, Smite. Trip boot.
Alright. I couldn't even tell you the names of 5 Pokemon.
Yes, you could.
No,
You could do 5.
Pikachu,
you could do 5.
Raichimon.
There's one.
Hitboy
Come
Lee.
on, man, you're not even.
What do you mean?
What?
Coughing? He's in there, right? There's a coughing.
There's 2. Yeah, there's 2.
Mew 2? Is Mew 1? Do I get a freebie?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, that's
Yeah, I got.
boom.
Yeah.
You got, what? There you go.
How about Raichon?
You're close. You're very close. Pikachu evolves into
Aqua Toys? I'm trying
that's
to
also
think of what that asshole said. And Blastoise. That's what he would scream at me.
Yeah, there you
that
go.
Son of a bitch.
You named 5.
Yeah. Technician.
I knew you could do it.
Just technician. Find more items. That sounds great. And I can
That does sound good.
learn what stuff does. That's all I got money for. That XP potion just levels you up instantly. Pokemon has always been. I'm a little old for Pokemon. Basically, is how it goes. Sumo Boomo.
It's because you're in middle school when it came out and you were too cool for Pokemon.
It's probably true. Yeah.
Well, no, you couldn't even have been that old. Well, no, yeah, you would have had to have been. Because I was in like 5th grade when it came out, and I was still at the age where I was like, that's cool shit.
It looked a little weak on the RPG side. Just looked like a really goofy looking RPG that I didn't feel.
Turns out it wasn't. Turns out it was amazing.
I don't believe you. I'll have to try it first. Catch it.
You should try it. You can try X and Y or one of the that's come out in like a couple months.
Ah!
Oh
no. Let me know if the devs are coming in, and if they come into the Discord, I can drag them in here.
Sure.
Running.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
there's just one of them.
No! I keep hitting things without thinking. No.
Hello.
Man. Let me check my...
Uh-oh. I dragged one of them in, but they may not have been ready. I apologize if that was the case.
No.
Oh, hey. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Welcome.
I'm Catsworth now?
Oh, jeez. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, my side stream isn't working, or I could give you a no latency thing. I'm in disarray today.
Don't worry about it.
What did I do? Did I do something wrong?
No. Smite server's down. So you'll just have to watch on the stream, and there's a bit of delay is all.
Oh, okay. So I should leave the stream volume on so I can hear it.
If you want to, but you'll hear us all talking. So.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine then.
Yeah, I usually have a side viewer with no mics playing so you can hear the game sound, but it's not working. It's tearing me up. What is Arc the name of my weapon?
No, that's the name of a dinosaur game. Ha! Sorry.
I don't know what Arc Pet Affinity does.
You get 2 of every pet, and then they become happy.
Oh yeah?
Gosh, I don't know.
What is that grappling hook? Let's take Scavenger. We can just buy whatever we want.
Yeah.
I'm just getting jumped on by everybody. These blue robe guys are jerks. I'm not the only one who can hit the orbs. I died already.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Maybe they're having some trouble. Maybe he just doesn't like you.
That's understandable.
Can't
I don't
blame
like
him.
me.
Oh,
Yeah, this is
no.
one of those, sometimes you run into an indie game that is, even when it's in, like, super beta, super alpha, it looks like it's finished. Like, that's how I felt about Nuclear Throne for, like, 2 years. Like, and, like, just release it, what are you pretending this is early access still? I guess it changed quite a bit, though, honestly. Based on,
Yeah, even when a game seems like it's basically done, you never really know what they still have in store, or even just, you know, what they might still have planned.
I mean, you're calling this alpha 0.0.1.11b, and it looks pretty good to me. Like, I could see it being on the front page of Steam in this state and selling pretty well, honestly. I could see recommending this as it is. Triple boots, I don't know what they did exactly. I think they gave me an extra dash. That's what they did.
Trip boots!
Jump boots give me a better dash. That's what happened. Alright.
Okay, they said their computer died, and they don't actually hate us. Yeah, I think you guys are playing it smart. Don't listen to Smite. You guys release it when you
Yeah, don't
are
listen to
well
me.
and done.
I didn't say you should release it, I was just saying it looks pretty good.
Yeah. And it does. He's right. It looks like a very good game.
Duh. I gotta dump this starting weapon as soon as I can here. I'm gonna use magic a lot until then.
And Devin, what? You don't like the urinal crown?
I've been playing FTL a lot recently, and I just only have Maddie to complain to about how crappy he treats me. But I got all the achievements in it, finally. I'm gonna tell you about this run I had, Catsworth. Do you know of FTL at all?
Yeah.
There's an achievement for not upgrading your ship until Sector 5 at all. Oh my god, I died.
Why?
Trying to get...
What? That's stupid.
Well, I know it's stupid. That's why. There's another one for not buying anything at the store until Sector 8. And then there's another one where you kill 4 guys with 1 boarding drone. I did all 3 of those in one run.
That sounds ridiculous.
Alright,
Welcome back.
Oh, cool.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey guys, can you guys hear us?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, great. Okay, well let's turn the audio off on the stream. Hey guys, I'm Charles, and I got Danny over here, and we are
Hello.
Cooperative Games.
Hey, welcome.
Hey, so how are you enjoying the game so far?
I'm bad at this.
You're actually not.
You're pretty good.
Yeah, you got to floor 8 without knowing that you could eat orbs. I've actually never seen anyone do that before. So that's pretty impressive.
Generally, that takes people like 6 hours of playtime.
Yeah, it takes them a while to get to floor 8, I'd say.
That's why you're breaking records of being terrible.
There's agility.
I obviously I'm not the one playing, but I think the game looks really neat. So.
I mean, the reaction has been pretty damn positive so far, which is really neat. Since
That's good to hear.
yeah, you never know. You know, it's like we're very fortunate that we managed to get in touch with people that were like into this style of game right away and kind of find our audience right away.
Yeah.
And already got a pretty bustling community and like some really crazy expert players that I can call up and be like, hey, we just we just did some patches. You want to break my game again? And then they're like, oh!
Nice.
It's cool to see. It's very exciting.
Yo, this technician thing is giving me like 30 items already.
It gives you like a preposterous number of items, but you know we're okay with that.
People generally don't want to choose it anyway, so it's nice to have it be like surprisingly good.
Yeah, because so many of the orbs are so good that like thick skin is so good, and agility is so good, and iron pet affinity is so good, siphoning is so good, vampirism is so good. So for those utility ones that don't directly affect combat to be useful, they have to be really good, you know? So stuff like Posture and stuff like Precision are really increase your drop rates for those things because we want them to be actually comparable to like, I don't know, getting a super powerful charging slash attack that you can use whenever you want and stuff like that.
Yeah, because you're not directly increasing your power, so they gotta still be useful.
They have to increase your power about as much as, you know, getting... God, you hate orbs!
Smart line!
Well, I was gonna eat that agility orb when you said it was good, and then some little dude jumped on it instead.
Yeah.
And I took out my frustration on the other one. It was less impressive for me.
So what are your thoughts, Smite? How are you enjoying the game? I haven't really heard from you yet.
That's pretty good. I was talking about it while you were getting back on here. It seems like it's in a pretty good state for allegedly being so early in the build.
But we wanted to like have something to show before we got to like Kickstarter and you know really got our name out there since we're you know new devs.
Yeah, but we didn't want to be like, hey, look at this concept art that we took from the Dungeons and Dragons book. Some other shit that we have nothing to do with, and oh, this game kind of works a little bit. You guys want to give us some money? You know, like we have a lot of respect for Cash being a tiny indie dev team that's cash poor. So like, for people are already giving us $12,000, and you know, for me that means a lot because I know that they spent that time like going to some job that they probably hate and then doing something they don't like to do, and then they like took that money that they earned through like sweat and tears and they said, I want to help these guys make a video game, which is amazing and we're so appreciative. But all I'm saying is I'm not going to ask somebody to do that unless I really feel like I have something that's worthwhile to show them that, you know, they can really get behind and they can see what they're paying for, you know? Like, if you play the game right now, you go, oh, I kind of see where this is going. I understand what this is supposed to be. We wanted that if we went to Kickstarter. Before we started saying, hey, give us $25 or whatever it is. Because it just doesn't fair. Also, it's kind of a stupid business decision because people are so skeptical of Kickstarter now that, you know, I think it's necessary to have...
Party number 9.
Yeah, exactly. People have gotten burned so many times at this point that they're just so skeptical, and you know, you can see that the game plays, you can see how it works, you can see that it's stable, you can see that, you know, there are still some glitches to work out, some alpha stuff, but basically it's all working and looks close to the way we want it to, minus a lot of content and play balancing and a lot of, we want to rearrange the dungeon and stuff once we have more stuff to put in it. So this is more of like a taste of what we have rather than like a taste of what it's going to be like. But we wanted to make sure that what we were showing people was, you know, a fully featured kind of mini game in its own right.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, Festivore says, pay me money for the concept of a video game. I bought a lot of scratch tickets for this. Yeah, pretty much. Danny and I were actually looking through Kickstarters when we were doing research for this project, and we saw one that literally did take concept art out of the D&D art book. They just like put it into their Kickstarter. Whoops.
No, I'm totally
like, wow,
the game here. I promise.
We recognized it because we're dorks, you know? We were like, that's the Bard from D&D Advanced Edition.
Yeah.
But whatever. Hey everybody, hey old chat. If anybody in chat has any questions, feel free to throw them out there and we'll answer them in HD surround sound.
Dolby Digital.
Dolby Digital. Exactly.
160 kilobits.
Okay, so what's your most hated enemy so far, Smite? Who really grinds your gears?
What's that?
Oh, who's the most hated enemy? Who are you most afraid of?
That big
The blue
boss
guys-
guy who takes forever to die is a big jerk.
Oh, the golems? Oh, okay. Yeah, we got a couple expert players that have developed some tricks for fighting the golems very effectively. They just... I won't spoil them because it's more fun to figure them out yourself, but they just roll around the tower and every time they see a golem, they're like, no! Boom! So, you know, you'll get it. They're not so bad. Most people say raccoons.
Or the blue guys, the skirmishers.
They're messing me up pretty good.
Oh, and Devin's asking us about game feel. Yeah, you know, we took a lot of inspiration from Nuclear Throne, and not just Nuclear Throne, but also the other Vlambeer games, because they have a really good sense of game feel in 2D games. And so we definitely watched them very carefully and made sure that, obviously we can't do everything they're doing exactly, because that would be stupid and wouldn't really fit our game. We definitely try to extract like lessons from everything that they're doing and use a lot of their philosophy for our game feel too. I think it really worked out. People have really responded to the punchiness of the Gauntlet Soul, for example.
Smite does seem to like punch at
Yeah, that's
things.
the best one I've seen.
Everybody loves the Gauntlet Soul. We had another stream. I think he's actually a friend of yours, but you know, I know how streamers like sometimes defensive about saying other streamers' names on the channel. So
Ty.
yeah, so Ty.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was on Ty's stream. There was like, I don't know, people went crazy for the Gauntlet Soul. Like there was fan art and all kinds of silly stuff. By the end of it, we were like, all right now the Gauntlet Soul is just probably the best weapon, but it could be so much more than that if we just. People like it so much, we're just gonna roll with it, you know. We're thinking rocket punching super gauntlets and booming explosions of gauntlets, and as much as people can stomach, we'll push it because people seem to really like it. Oh, goodbye.
Oh no!
Got taken down.
You got died.
Oh, Sapphire Sage, the health is the 2 in the upper left corner with the red circle that's kind of pulsating, like a heartbeat in theory.
Yeah.
And then, if you all want to understand what the rest of the HUD is, above that, there's like a purple orb and 2/2. That's the number of orb you have and can hold. Just below the health to the left is your level. And then in the center of the HUD, outlined in blue, is what spell you have and the number of charges. To the right of that, which is currently a red X with a B next to it, is the potion that you do or don't have, and below that is money.
Yep, that's the whole GUI. There's a roadmap. And the GUI is something we've got a couple comments about. It's a little unclear right now because it's hard to tell how much your max health is. You just kind of have to know, which, you know, that's the kind of thing that we want to address. And also the other pieces make Gauntlet impossibly huge, rake into big bucks. So basically, a lot of the time, when people are starting the game, we've noticed that they don't realize how the offhand orb slot works, and they might not realize how the weapon slot works or the spellbook. So we want to take that little menu in the top left and put everything on there so you can see what belt you have and see what trinket you have and see what weapon you have. And I think that alone will make things a lot more clear.
Also, in the final build, there will be someone kind of giving you a little bit more of a rundown on how it works, rather than just being like, hey, you can change the color of your character, and here's the basic controls.
Well, let us know what you think, Ty, because I'm a little torn on this. Oh, sorry, Smite.
That happens all the time. He always gets credit.
Of course it happens.
Get out! You're done.
At least Danny corrected me, not you guys. That would be worse.
It's alright.
Don't worry, Vlambeer did the same thing. When I was hosting Nuclear Throne races, like, yeah, check out Ty's race. No, it's my server.
Smite, say it sometime. My Hail Mary.
Oh my god. I'm dying.
So, let me know what you think, because when you started the game, I'm sure you got to the first floor, and your first thought upon entering the first floor was, that's impossible, right? Like, what the hell's going on?
I was having trouble because I didn't see that I could aim this swing.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Once I figured that out, it was no real problem.
Yeah, you got it pretty fast. A lot of people, they step into the first floor, and they immediately go like, this is insane, that's impossible, these guys are crazy. And we really like that after they've jumped in like 5 or 6 times, they're like, they've kind of taught themselves that it's not so crazy, and their like character's actually strong enough to fight all those enemies. So we like that. I kind of want to make a simple tutorial, but I also don't want to take away from that feeling of like immediate overwhelming pain as soon as you start the game for the first time. I don't know, does that make any sense?
Yeah.
So what do you think? Do you think it's crazy just not to have a tutorial and just tell people, like, tell them the controls and then just be like, go, figure it out?
I've run into that before, where a dev didn't want to put any instructions on the screen, and I'm really bad at picking things up, so I went through the whole game without knowing there was a double jump, and I got to a place where it was impossible, and we just hated the game after that, and it wasn't really the game's fault, it's just because we didn't know about this thing, and it was really hard, by the way, to win that without a double jump, and then when I found it, it was way better. But it took us a long time.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have that, and basically we agree. The plan right now is to have an intro tutorial for people that's like really simple. Just show them the controls. You know, have a little silly pixel art character kind of helping them learn stuff and laughing. And also, we got plans for a really cool character that we're going to reveal on the Kickstarter soon, named Polliver, and he is a hopeless penguin. We are really... He's a penguin knight, and he looks awesome. You can actually check our Twitter, and we tweeted out the design for him. He looks so cool. And we really want to have that in, because that'll be really fun. He can help teach you the game a little bit, but mostly just annoy you and fight enemies. I think people will really like it.
Chunky Mess. What's this?
Chunky Mess makes enemies explode sometimes when they die.
Nice.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it is Ruin of the Reckless. I mean, I'm sure you guys have noticed there's a lot of mechanics in the game that encourage you, kind of push you along, encourage you not to stay on too long, most notably the timer.
Yeah.
But there's also the way the enemies spawn and the way the gold disappears. And all those things are designed to force players to move quickly, because in most roguelikes you don't have to, and we thought it would be interesting to play with this idea of like, yeah, you have permadeath, but you can't kind of just be slow and take your time and be careful because you'll die if you do that. Whoops. Ooh, nice move.
Yeah, you
Nice
guys
move. And the Chunky Mess triggers. That's beautiful stuff.
I've got my weapon. That's one thing I would say is I don't dislike the gauntlet. It's great, but I would like the other weapons to compete with it, so I actually have to think about it.
Yeah, well, actually, a lot of the the people who've been playing it for a while think the Slash Soul is the best, and I'm kind of with them on it.
Yeah, and some people like the Large Arc Soul too, but the Gauntlet's so much faster than the Large Arc Soul that...
Yeah, and definitely there will be more variety on weapons. Right now, this is just kind of like what we've been able to slap together for the alpha, but we'd like to have a variety of different, shapes and attack speeds and all kinds of things.
Yeah, and the Gauntlet's definitely, for the alpha, it's kind of intended to be like... So I'm sure you notice there's not a lot of vertical progression in the game. Everything does 1 damage. All the enemies do 1 damage pretty much. And so that's by design. It's so that the balance of the tower can... It's so that no matter how screwed you get, you always have a chance. It's not like Binding of Isaac where it's like, oh, I didn't find enough attack up items, so this boss is more or less impossible, or at least it's going to take me like 45 minutes. We didn't like that. So... everything does 1 damage. You always do 1 damage. The enemies have small amounts of life, which basically means as hairy as it gets, there's always a way out. So within that system, we want to have still kind of tiers of equipment, because there should be some kind of progression, even though you're not finding a +1 sword, right?
Yeah.
So the gauntlet for the alpha is kind of representative of like what the high tier... Not the highest tier, because those aren't even in the game yet, but like what the higher tier melee weapons will play like, and there'll be 2 or 3 variations on it. And so yeah, there will be more variation planned. We don't want the gauntlet to just flat out be the best, but kind of right now the gauntlet and the Slash Soul are intended to represent the stronger side of the melee weapon spectrum that exists in the game right now. Because the Slash Soul is really good too. If you try it, it's very strong.
Yeah, I saw it. It just doesn't have any range. That's not my style. Yeah, you mentioned Nuclear Threat, and that's a game with like 10 billion guns.
A lot of people pick up the game, they immediately key on to certain things that they've decided are OP, and they're very confident that those things are OP. And a lot of the time, they don't necessarily agree with our experience or the testers. So I it's kind of a bad thing because people kind of get an idea in their head. They're like, oh, this is the good thing and everything else sucks, which isn't the best for their personal experience. You know, they'd have more fun if they tried more stuff out. But it's also kind of a great thing because if you watch different streamers, everybody's chosen different... Oh, is this a glitch floor? Everything has... everybody's chosen different things that they've decided are the best things in the game, and that we like to see because that kind of means we're doing our job right, that there's like a flavor for every person.
I knocked this dude in the wall. Oh no. He's getting away.
And yeah, Festivore, you're right. It is definitely a horizontal progression. Ooh, there's a glitch. But you're kind of stacking up horizontal abilities, so you do become much stronger as the game goes on, just not in the way that you do in a normal, like, Nuclear Throne or another game where it's just like, oh, I found a better weapon, I found a better weapon. It's like, oh, I found a charging spellbook and 2 orbs that go with that and a belt that goes with that, and now I'm a badass spellcaster. All horizontal, but you've still built a system that's really strong. Are you there, Smite?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm in focus.
Oh, okay.
I was just...
Yeah, I'm sorry to be stepping over you. The delay makes it a little hard to converse properly. But if you want to say anything or jump in, it's your stream. We will step back, and you can.
Nope, it's my show now. What up?
Yeah.
Yeah, Catsworth can have my stream whenever he wants. Yeah, Nuclear Throne is a game where there's definitely tiers of guns, but once you get pretty far in, it turns into a mess of you pick based on what your skills have become, and otherwise you get really bad guns.
Yeah, that's true. Also, Nuclear Throne still, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we took a lot of inspiration from Nuclear Throne, and that's one of the things they do too, is like, if you get the Super Shotgun as opposed to the Shotgun in Nuclear Throne, the Super Shotgun's better in pretty much every way, right?
Yeah.
Well, no. The Shotgun has higher accuracy than the Super Shotgun. So, in certain situations, it's actually better to pick up the normal Shotgun than the Super Shotgun, even though they're rare. You know, it's rare, but it does happen sometimes. And we definitely wanted to kind of capture a more robust version of that system in our game, too.
I think I've collected all the HP I need here.
Very quickly, plug the Kickstarter. If you guys think the game looks cool, you want to help us out, please consider going to the Kickstarter. We're trying to hit our first stretch goal right now. We're already funded. We're trying to get the 3 bonus points from the game, one of which we're going to reveal in the next couple days. And I'll give you a little spoiler. They're called builders, and they fly around on little gears, and they throw traps on the ground. And I think people are really going to despise them. So I hope we can at least hit 20k and we can get that goal stretched out and make those enemies happen for everybody.
Yeah, I haven't run into an enemy I really don't like yet.
A lot of people hate the rats. You're doing pretty well against the rats, but a lot of people really struggle with the rats. So, you know, that's definitely one of the most hated. Those and skirmishers seem to be the ones that really people have trouble dealing with.
I knew Vampirism would be good. That's the stuff.
Yeah, Vampirism is pretty good. In fact, we just nerfed it. I think it's still pretty good, though.
I'm way to the top of this stuff.
Before the latest patch, a lot of the best players were doing Vampirism, Siphoning, Books of Cloud, and Thick Skin. And that was like, so we had to nerf all those things except the Book of Clouds, because that's not getting nerfed. That will always be as ridiculously powerful as it is. Since it's supposed to be kind of like it also drains faster than the other spellbooks, so we're okay with it being a lot stronger. It's not goo, it's grass.
I'm surrounded.
Festivore, you got 53 points. You can't even recognize grass when you see it. Get out of here, Festivore.
Come on, Festivore. Actually, we do have. There's a lot of visual effects that aren't in the game right now that'll help with that. Like, you know, the grass is going to have little tufts of grass near the walls and stuff, and just little visual effects to make it more clear. Wow. This is a crazy floor. Watch out.
I'm fine. It's fine. We got it. Ah. Those turrets are really mean. I think I hate them the most, actually.
They are pretty hated. They used to be invincible, but people really wanted to break them, so so we were like, okay. And that, by the way, that's a placeholder image. We're gonna have an actual broken turret. If you break the turrets, you'll see they kind of like, see that? Yeah.
Just a rotated 45 degrees.
Yeah, that's programmer art right there. We will have a fully smoking, gross broken turret for people to get satisfaction out of blowing them up.
Oh, jeez. This guy's casting spells over here.
Oh, is that vampires?
Yeah.
Yeah, watch out. Vampires will get you.
That's true in life as well. You gotta be careful.
Hey, Endivin, thanks a lot. Yeah, that's really nice. A lot of people have said the alpha build feels like a full game, which is really great to hear because we were never intending it to. We always just intended it to be kind of a taste of what the game was going to be like. So, seeing so many people like, oh, there's so much variety and there's so much going on and there's so many different things to do, and we're sitting there like, oh, we want to double the number of enemies, we want to basically double the number of items, we want to add like at least 10 or 15 more ability orbs, and there's so much to add that people feeling like the game is close to complete makes us feel like, oh, when we really release, people are going to be super happy with the amount of content we have. Because this is what we have so far, and if you guys knew the budget that we made this on, I think you'd be shocked. So once we have like real funding from Kickstarter, we're just so excited about the things we're going to be able to do.
Damn turret. Alright, I got it.
Punch it! Did you punch it?
Oh man, I always punch orbs on accident.
No.
Okay, they look dangerous. I mean, they look like something, they're shiny, they're round.
They're always
you know that.
flooded by enemies.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely part of the point. Is you know, we noticed that in a lot of roguelike games, they kind of steal the nuclear throne level up system, where every time you level up, the next time you have a break, 3 abilities appear on the screen and you pick the one you like the most.
Yeah.
And we thought, hey, what if that could be more integrated into the gameplay loop, and the abilities you get could have more to do with what you're doing in the tower. So, you know, we came up with this system where there's these orbs, and they're how you get abilities, but you have to protect them. And so in a way you get more choices than Nuclear Throne, because every time you level up you might have 5 or 6 choices sometimes, depending how many orbs you happen to see. And then we also think it really helps the decision making, because say you really want an agility orb, but you just can't find one, eventually you might get impatient and just throw something else in that slot, or maybe you try and save the slot and then go find the orb you want, or there's just a lot more decision making and strategy we think in this level up system than there is in the more normal system. So we're pretty happy with that. Oh wow, watch out.
Got so much money.
Oh yeah, we've noticed that, I mean, have you been spending money in the shops?
I don't see anything I really want.
The money's kind of unbalanced in this system right now.
Yeah, you have a little too much money on the later floors, especially if you pick up the scavenger. So we'll probably lower that a little bit. It's just, you know, there's so many enemies dying on the later floors that there's just a lot of gold being dropped. Hey Tiamos, yeah, we are in chat. Thanks everybody for hanging out, and thanks Smite for letting us drone on the stream. But if anybody has any questions, feel free to whisper us or message them. Our team is 2 people, Killer MC. It is me and my and that's it. Just me and him. We hire out artists to do all the. We contract out artists to do all of the
Art?
To do all the art and some of the sounds. We make a lot of the sounds ourselves. We program a lot of the visual effects ourselves. Whoa, that's a room.
Oh my gosh.
Good luck. So yeah, I mean it's really just us, just the two of us and whoever we happen to be working with at the time through contracting.
Chunky mess. I got 3 good orbs here. I want.
What? Oh,
What are your guys' favorite abilities?
I think my favorite's probably the grappling hook because it's just interacts with everything in the game. Like you can grab and throw fireballs with it, or grab and throw enemies, or pull yourselves along walls.
Sounds handy.
Yeah, and you can grab items from like crowded rooms and run away with them.
yeah. Not to mention you can just use it as a combat tool to like control crowds of enemies.
Yeah, it stuns guys when it hits them.
And you can grab walls, and that you can use that as a mobility. Oh wow, he's back here. So my favorite is the charge up attack, which right now is called charge up slash. It's an
Okay.
offhand. I don't know if you've gotten it yet, but it's definitely my favorite just because it's so fun to charge up this monster attack and then just blast into rooms and kill like everybody you see.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah, and also all the offense can be upgraded to greater effect.
Yeah, so every offhand orb you find, if you pick one up, then you can start finding, oh, that slime is invincible. I would give him a wide berth. I don't know how he got invincible.
I ran for it.
Forrest, we come on safe, we'll get out of there.
So, yeah, there's still a couple errors in the alpha build. I'm sure you've noticed sometimes the enemies are transparent. That can happen sometimes. And sometimes the enemies come out flashed white. But basically most of the game-breaking errors are totally killed now. At least we haven't seen one in like a couple days since our last patch. And that's really great. We're just super pumped because the game, minus those couple errors that won't take us more than maybe a week to solve, and all that's left to really do is just fill the game with more content, add enemies, add monsters, fix whatever rare glitches remain, and just kind of get working on filling up this system that we built with as much content as possible. So we're super, super pumped to be at that stage of the development because for a long time we've just been building complicated mathematical systems that are not nearly as fun to work with as the actual content creation stage.
Yeah, for sure, but they're necessary, of course.
Oh, it's very, very necessary. Obviously, there's not much of a way around it. At the end of the day, it's all math. It's all logic, and it's got to be puzzled out. Ice Capades, there will be bosses, but there's not in this build. Take that. Sorry, that was a buddy of ours. Yeah, there will be bosses. There's no bosses in this build, but we're working on it. They will be at retail for sure. We're going to have at least 2 bosses. There'll be one like about halfway through the tower and one at the end of the tower. And if we can, maybe we can add more than 2 bosses, but for now we're saying 2, and we'll see how it goes. It really depends how much we raise on the Kickstarter, how much of that kind of stuff we can make, because obviously bosses are bigger and more spectacular and more expensive, and they just longer. They're just harder to make in every way. So we don't want to overpromise on that. At least 2.
It's a lightning battle.
I lost that.
Well, that's not entirely true. We have made other games before, but not ones that we wanted to release or sell to people.
Yeah, we have a board game we've been working on, but they're very expensive to publish. So.
Yeah, so we can't really get our board game made. And then for video games, we worked on 2 video games before this, but we ended up just throwing them both away. Basically, some elements of those games became part of this one, and most of them were thrown away just because, they weren't very good, so we didn't want to release them. But once we had this one going and we started showing it to people, people were just like, oh, this is so cool. Like, people were pretty much immediately enjoying this. Even the prototype version of this that looked really different and didn't have good graphics, and people still liked that a lot too. So we were like, all right, let's just run with it. Let's just see how far we can push it. And that's kind of where this came from. Eventually, at some point, we quit our jobs. We started working on this full time, and it's been about 2 years of dev, minus time that we've spent working and doing odd jobs to support the creation of the game, because it's not free to
to live.
it's not free to live, and it's not free to get art. Really, I mean, we can live very cheap. We are frugal dudes, but the art has a certain cap, and it's like if you want to hire talented artists, they deserve a lot of money for their time, and they know they deserve a lot of money for their time. So there's really no way around it. You just got to pay for it, and they deserve it. You know, the game, it would be impossible for us to make a game like this without their help. So, you know, we're happy to pay it as long as we have the money.
Oh man, move faster is good stuff.
Yeah, agility is the shit. Agility is definitely one of my preferred orbs. If you start, yeah, there's two. You'll see, now you're going to go really fast. If you start stacking too much speed, it can be kind of bad. If you have like running boots and 3 agilities, you will just be burning so fast that you might find yourself running into enemies and stuff. But for some people, we know that that's what they're going to want to do, so we left the option in there. Nice. There you go.
I saw
That second skirmish.
Sleep Cycles was playing this.
Yeah, he checked it out. He, just like you, he was having a little trouble when he first started playing with figuring out the controls and stuff, but once he knew what was going on, he really seemed to enjoy it, and he put up a really cool Let's Play on YouTube that got 4,000 views. It's really great. And it was all very friendly and nice, and I think he really enjoyed the game once he understood all the mechanics.
Also, he has such a cool accent.
Yeah, he's got a great accent, so, you know, we were really grateful for such a high-profile guy to take a look and help us out, and also just really happy that he enjoyed the game and thought it compared favorably to Nuclear Throne, which we're always happy to see. Nice. You really got these skirmishers down.
What's the top
There's this
four?
awesome gift made for us of Stargrove, that's the main character, and the skirmisher, they're like passing a treasure chest back and forth and using it to body block each other. I thought that was really funny. Damn you, Brennan. So once again, if anybody's in chat, please, you know, feel free to say hi, drop us a line. Any questions you have, we'd be happy to answer them. Hey, Killer MC. Yeah. So as far as we definitely wanted to step pretty far away from Nuclear Throne. And the main reason for that is really just that if you play Nuclear Throne, I think that it's pretty much a perfect game. Not to say it doesn't have flaws, but more to say that in terms of what it's trying to be and trying to do, which is like a super heavy game feel top-down twin-stick shooter with guns, it just blows the competition out of the water so hard that we were like, why would we even want to make a game that's a lot like Nuclear Throne? When that, like, how are you going to make a better game, and why would you bother? Like, that system's been made and it's great, you know? So we wanted to do lots of new stuff with the formula, so we went more for melee attacks, we went more for speed, we went more for risk, we added the timer, we tried to change a lot of really elemental things to the game to alter its feel a lot. And also, we have, like, they pride themselves on having like a crazy amount of enemies, but we have like double the enemies they do. So
And we
really
want to have even more.
Yeah, and we want to have like
I have a dream of having like 500 rats on the floor. Right now we have one that has 150 slime, but you know, as we get better at, you know, making things super efficient, we can just stack as many things as possible.
Yeah, so, you know, we definitely, don't get me wrong, we took a lot of pages from Nuclear Throne, and we really love their design, and I have nothing but respect for those guys, but we wanted to take as many pieces of their formula and change them really as drastically as we could to get something really different and new that feels really different to play. And thanks for linking our Kickstarter, Killer MC. Much appreciated. We are so grateful to anybody that helps us do this. Everybody who's helped us so far. And and to you, Smite, for highlighting the game and helping us spread the word. The coolest thing about this is we don't have to come on and do some kind of like, you know, heartfelt pitch about the game, all this bullshit. I can just say, hey, look at this game, like it's made. You guys can see what you're getting into. So if you like what you see and you want us to be able to make this game as big and cool as it can be, then that's the reason to back. And so we're really happy to just get the opportunity again.
Oh man, I got dragged into the spikes.
Ah!
Yeah, the golems like to hide in the spike pits.
Yeah, the enemy AI is sometimes a little more sophisticated than people assume. Like, rats will actually run away from fireballs, although they can't usually get out of the way. They'll try. Golems will hang out over spikes, and they also like to hang out over holes, which aren't in the game yet, but people are going to hate that because golem grabs you over a hole and it pulls you in, then you just fall into the hole and die. There's lots of little things like that. Like skirmishers will go out and attack fireballs. We're going to have enemies that like to eat your orbs. We're going to have enemies that hide in the shadows on the levels with light, and so you can hide in the light to avoid them. And lots of stuff like that that people probably won't notice. The only enemies that are really legitimately dumb are the slimes, and they will literally just pop towards you until either they or you die. So, and that's obviously by design. They're supposed to.
Yeah, and like, for instance, the skirmishers and the golems have an interesting interaction where the golems will tell the skirmishers to form up, and it kind of like changes the way the AI for the skirmisher behaves and like makes them act more like a group and try and defend the golem a little bit. So if he does pull you in, then they can all jump on you.
Yeah, so you will sometimes see the skirmishers arrange themselves in a circle around the golem or in a line in front of the golem, and then they'll all just run into you as like a big formed group. And it's really neat because sometimes the golems will throw their hand out and grab you and pull you into the mound of skirmishers, and then they'll hit you, which we love. We love anything like that, and that's part of our overarching design philosophy with the enemies. Where have you guys ever played StarCraft?
Yeah,
A little bit.
a lot of
So if you ever played Terran StarCraft, they have a unit called the Marine that everybody probably knows. And the really cool thing about the Marine that I think design-wise, which is true for most of the enemies in StarCraft, sorry you got gatted, is that at the beginning of the game you buy like 3 Marines and you hide them behind your barracks, and then Zerglings come in and the Marines can defend you. And then you really want to keep all your Marines alive because they kind of snowball over the course of the game. And by the late game, if you've upgraded them properly and you've built them into a nice swarm, and especially if your micro's really good, then that big swarm of Marines is still super strong, but in a totally different way. Like now they're really good at, they're not so much a defensive unit, because late game they can't defend that well, but they can like take down aircraft carriers and stuff and do all kinds of useful things. So even though their role kind of changes as the game goes on, they're still dangerous and useful no matter what. So that slot in the interface in the game where you click it to create a Marine, it never becomes pointless. It's always there for a reason. And so we wanted to capture that idea in a lot of our different design elements. So, like the skirmishers, for instance, we introduced them on floor 2, I believe, as a boss. Or as a boss, they like appear as the floor ends, and they try and stop you from leaving. And then, so at that point, they're like a super dangerous one-on-one enemy as players are kind of learning the game and getting used to it. And but once you know how they play, and you get a little later in the game, those skirmishers are still scary because they show up and they go into formations and they work with golems, and then they're on one side of you and there's rats on the other, or you start shooting fireballs at them and they can reflect them. So we never want to just take an enemy and throw it away. You know, even when the game has way more enemies in it, on the later floors we'll still be throwing in slimes and rats and those early game enemies in situations where you have to deal with them in a new way, you know? Like, one of the enemies we have on the docket right now that one of our Kickstarter backers came up with, and we're super pumped about it because it fits exactly into what we're trying to do, are like these floating monk guys who, they defend the enemies near them. So if one of these guys is around, then you can't hurt the enemies near him. And we're still working on exactly how that's going to be accomplished. But it'll either be a shield or reduce knockback or some kind of effect. And so when those guys show up for the first time, we'll probably introduce them with like slimes or something. And then as you see them more and more, they'll be near other more dangerous enemies, and they'll be different every time, because if there's a bunch of skirmishers formed out in a circle around one of these defensive monk dudes, we're pretty confident it's going to feel very different than fighting 3 skirmishers on the first floor. And then we can avoid having that whole, like, oh, these are the red skirmishers and they have bigger swords or whatever. We never really like that kind of palette swap, enemy swap mentality that a lot of games have. That they do because of their vertical progression. But we don't even have that much vertical progression, so we couldn't even do that even if we wanted to, and we wouldn't because we don't want to.
And looks like Endevin's asking about extra playable characters in the stretch goal. And for the most part, it's going to be relatively similar one character to another, but they're going to have minor differences. Kind of like, just a little bit of starting difference. Maybe, we haven't fully worked exactly out what we're going to do with that yet. But we do want most of the variety to come from the orbs and the level ups and that kind of stuff.
But the characters will be different, and think kind of like Nuclear Throne, where every character has kind of a gimmick that is appropriate to them, but mostly they're all the same. Where it's a similar idea that we're kind of pushing for, because the game is so carefully balanced around the way Stargrove works that we don't want to push it too far, and we want most of the variety to come from your play decisions.
An air horn?
Yeah, we probably won't have an air horn character.
Oh, that's too bad.
So right now, we can guarantee 2 characters. That'll be Stargrove, who you see right now, who doesn't have his gimmick yet. And when we add a second character, we'll give each of them a gimmick. And the other character, I actually don't know anything about because it's one of our backers paid us or backed at the level to get their own character. I haven't talked to him yet, but we're very excited to see what he wants. And for us, that's really neat because if you right now the story's not that much integrated into the game. That's going to be done later. We're going to have NPCs and more story exposition. But if you look online and you read our blog and stuff, then you know a little bit about the story. And basically what's going on is that this is a tower called the Ruin of the Reckless, and it attracts spirits, but the only spirits that get attracted or can really come in are reckless spirits. So all the characters kind of have their own little backstory, and Stargrove's is that he wandered out into this extremely dangerous wilderness by himself on the recommendation of these adventurers who convinced him it was a good idea. And I don't want to go too much of the plot, but when Stargrove comes into the tower, people are pretty much, their ears immediately pick up because all these spirits immediately notice Stargrove is really strong. And the strength of a spirit inside the ruin is related to how they died and how reckless they were in life. So there's a little bit of a mystery there, which is why is Stargrove so strong when... I mean, he did something really stupid and reckless, but compared to some of the things that other people have done, it doesn't seem that bad. So that's a little bit of a mystery. But basically, we're really happy about that because the lore of the tower is that it attracts reckless spirits from all over the universe, from all over time, right? And so when we're taking these characters that other people are inventing, it actually fits right into the lore of the game because it's like we're taking that character from a different universe, and as long as their backstory involves them being insanely reckless, they can fit lore-wise and character design-wise into the tower. And that's one thing we really wanted to make sure is, like, if you guys have ever played Pillars of Eternity, they have all these stretch goals where it's like, or they had all these stretch goals where it was like, hey, we're gonna put your NPC in the game, and so many people donated that there was like hundreds and hundreds of NPCs everywhere, and after a while you just learn not to click on them because you figure out what they are and you're like, I don't want anything to do with that, And that's not
little stories.
where you can tell we're firm believers of like every piece of the puzzle should really fit there and be there for a reason, down to the enemies, down to the weapons, down to the spells, and that applies to our Kickstarter awards too. Like every enemy we're adding should be there for a reason. They should add to the game.
Fill a different role in combat.
Yeah, exactly. So when we're working with our backers on those levels, we told the guy, hey, we're looking to have a tanky enemy that kind of protects nearby enemies, and then he came up with this really cool design, and that's what we're going for, is like really using these as opportunities to take, if you back at 500 and we say we're going to make you a new monster, we want to make you a really cool, unique monster that's a real puzzle piece that fits into the game and fills a role and like has a real purpose, not just we want to make you feel good and put your NPC in the game purpose, like a real game purpose, and that goes down to the characters too. So, and by the way, for anybody, we actually sold out of all those rewards, so you might wonder why I'm talking about that. We can't offer any more monsters, and we can't offer any more characters just because it's a lot of work to create those elements, and we definitely do not want to promise to make something that we can't necessarily be 100% sure we're going to make, you know? So, because of that, we can't go, hey, we're going to have 3 more monsters, and we're going to, you know, it doesn't make sense in terms of our design plan for the game. But we are going to have, in the next week, we're going to announce some new rewards that you'll be able to get on Kickstarter, and those will be design your own item, design your own offhand power, and design your own skill orbs. And so those will be limited as well. Once again, we can't offer unlimited of those because, as I said, everything that gets backed and put, we want to put something real in the game. And real things take effort, and that means we can't offer 40 people the ability to make their own orbs. But if anybody's interested in, you know, getting their idea in the game and getting a chance to really like just throw something in the game that we might even name after them if it makes sense, then, you know, feel free to back at those levels, and we'll make that announcement sometime in the week. And, oh, by the way, I'm not sure if it's gone now, but we sold out of all of our Skull Slime plushies over the last couple weeks, and somebody canceled their pledge on the Skull Slime plushies, so that means there's one more of the limited edition first run of Skull Slime plushies that are going to be numbered 1 to 30. So somebody, if you care about this kind of stuff and you want the chance to have a really neat collector's item, you might want to back at that level. But once again, I'm really here for the game. If you guys want to back, go ahead. But you know, either way is fine. We know people's pockets are tight. Ours are too, so we totally get it. Malice Toaster, we have 1 guest character, and that's already been backed. For 1 backer, we offered them the ability to create a playable character, and somebody did back at that level. So there will be 1 of those. And also, we're in talks with a couple other indie devs to maybe have some cameos from other indie games. But it's
only the most reckless characters from their indie games.
Yeah, only the most reckless character from that universe. But we can't talk too much more about that because it's the kind of thing where, you know, you don't really say anything till the deal's inked, and we're still kind of in preliminary talks. But there are some really cool indie games that I can't name that we wanted to do a character crossover from the beginning. Like, we really wanted to have the Drifter, or a character from Enter the Gungeon, or a character from all these different really cool games that we love, or maybe a character from Nuclear Throne or something. We still really want to do that, and we'll see if we can. That kind of stuff usually happens a little later in development, when you can kind of trade builds with the other dev, and you can both go, oh, we really, really like what you're doing, and we want to do this crossover to support you guys. And there actually are already alternate skins for Stargrove. There's palette swaps, and Devin.
Yeah.
So the colors that Smite's using right now are not the default colors. They're special colors.
I think the most popular one is the Bumblebee yellow.
Yeah, people love the Bumblebee. We have chicken. Because chicken's the most reckless.
Chicken would be.
Yeah, you know, it's a real honor, Killer MC, to be compared to Hyper Light Drifter so often. We are very, you know, happy that people feel that way, because Hyper Light Drifter is obviously a beautiful game. I think our game's a little cutesier, like, you know, it's a little more cheeky. And there's, you know, the rats are cuter, and
the gameplay is fairly different.
Yeah, Hyper Light Drifter is a lot more dark in terms of visual style than ours, but also, obviously, the gameplay is very, very different. I'd say we're more similar to something like Nuclear Throne or Binding of Isaac. But once again, if people say we look like Hyper Light Drifter, I'm not going to tell them we don't. You know what I mean? Because we're happy to hear that. It's a beautiful,
the prettiest, you know, pixel art game ever made. So.
It's a gorgeous game, and you know, that's good company to be keeping. We're okay with that. And I will tell you this, guys. We haven't talked to Vlambeer about Nuclear Throne. I would love to do a crossover like that. But we haven't, you know, Vlambeer's a really big studio, and I think they would only be talking to us if we had a majorly already successful game. At least that's the impression I get. So,
I don't know. Reach out to
And that being
JW.
said, I love those guys, and Rami is a total mensch, and those guys have done more to support and help other indie developers than anyone. So I'm not complaining, you know. It would be a real honor to do a crossover with him if we ever got the chance. And same goes for Shovel Knight. I mean, those guys are geniuses, and we'd love to do a crossover with them too. The games that the people I have talked about, I can't tell you guys about, but I can tell you who we haven't talked to. Which those are two games we have not talked to. Yeah, we really like Flambeer. We've listened to all of Rami's talks about game design and about business, and you know, obviously they're a huge inspiration. Nuclear Throne. We took a lot of inspiration from Nuclear Throne for this game. Well, that's another developer we're very happy to get compared to, because that's a real honor. Those guys have been industry standards for years, and they make amazing games. Every game they make is amazing. Stop punching the orbs!
Never.
Punching them.
Smite, you monster.
Alright, well, we've joined on forever, Smite. Is there anything you wanted to talk about?
Oh, that's alright. I'm just
He's
focusing on
just gonna
trying
keep
to
punching more orbs.
beat this floor I'm stuck on.
Are you stuck on floor 5? Has it been a while since you got past floor 5?
If I don't get what I'm looking for, I have a really hard time getting anywhere. But if I do, I get to like floor 10, and then I get stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely in the final version, all the items will be a little more rare just through, you know, having more of them.
Yeah, because if there's twice as many items, then trying to look for specific things is going to be a lot less likely. So that's definitely on the docket. And we already have some designs for some more spell books and items. We want to add a spell book that puts a shield on you that reflects things. You know, probably a cool orb that drops a bunch of items called Pinata. And the rocket fist. We want to make a version of the fist that you throw and shoot. So a lot of stuff is already in the kind of pre-planning design stage that we know we want to make. And then once all those things are in, it'll be a lot. It'll have even more variety to the play. But you know, I got to tell you, our really good players, like there's this one guy named Smalland47.
That's me.
And he's ridiculously good. And he pretty much beats the game whenever he wants. Like every time I send him a new build, I'm like,
He said that was him.
"Wait, you're."
No.
Oh.
I was teasing, sorry.
I didn't think so. I was like, I talk to Smiland every day. You're not Smiland.
What?
Catsworth makes bad jokes.
And that
That's why
would, in our story, would be if Smiland turned out to be you. That would be very confusing. But anyway, this guy's crazy. So we pushed this build, right? We ran this whole big contest. We were like, hey, first person to get to the top of the tower, we're going to give a prize. And
And then when we woke up in the morning, he had already beaten it.
yeah, we did it at 12 a.m. at night. We pushed a new build that was like for the tournament. Like, hey, you got to be playing on this build or later if you want to win the prize. And then when we woke up, Smiland was like, hey, I beat your contest. and in a way, it was great because, you know, this guy loves the game and he loves playing it, and he's an amazing tester because he figures everything out immediately. And he's really great to have involved. But in a way, it kind of sucked because we were like, Smiland, that was our contest that we were going to use for PR. Like, we were planning on, you know, doing some tweets about that and doing some hype. And he just destroyed our contest. So we were like, all right, listen, you'll still get your prize, but can we just hold off on announcing it for a little while, and the next person to do it, we will give them the prize too. And that way we can still have our media campaign. And he was super cool about it, and he was like, yeah, that's fine, I understand. And that was really nice of him. What was I going to say? Oh, can I tell you guys the story of Dimitri? I told it on Ty's stream, but I think it's really fun, and I just want to tell you guys the story of Dimitri.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I was streaming the game, and we're doing the Kickstarter, and eventually I get this email, and it's like in super broken English from this kid named Dimitri, who's clearly, I don't know, Russian or Romanian or something. And he's like, your game looks so great. It's so cool. I want to play it so bad. How do I play it? Can I play it right now? And I was like, oh, hey, Dimitri, you know, that's really great that you want to play the game. That's awesome. You know, we're always excited. But it really wouldn't be fair to our backers if I just gave it to you because, you know, a lot of people have paid a little bit of money to get access to our alpha, and we really want to do right by them because they're obviously the only reason that this is happening and that we can do what we're doing right now is because of them. So I don't want to do anything unfair to them ever at all. I was like, you know, we've been working with some streamers, some YouTube Let's Players. Maybe if you could help spread the word, you know, talk about it on social media a little bit. You know, we can get you alpha access and help you out. Because I really wanted to help him out. I'm really like a people pleaser at heart, and so I have this. There's this part of me that just has a hard time saying no to people, especially when he emailed me back and he was like, "That's so lame. I'm only 13 and my parents won't let me put money in my Steam wallet, and it's so lame that you guys won't give it to me for free. And I'm such a big fan. I think your game looks so cool, and I just, you know, do whatever you want, but bleh." And I was just like, oh, and it hurt me, you know, because he's 13 and he's a little kid and he likes the game and he's excited about it and the other thing he said in the email is he was like, and I know that you probably have a really great high-paying job and a gorgeous girlfriend, but it's not time for the little guy. He's so cute, and the whole thing's in like horrible broken English, right? And this was really tugging at my heartstrings. So I emailed him back, and I was like, well, Dimitri, I do have a wonderful girlfriend. She's amazing. You're right about that. But I definitely don't have a high-paying job. In fact, I've got no job, and me and my best friend have invested our entire life savings into this game, which wasn't much. I'll tell you guys. But it was just tugging at my heartstrings, right? So I sent him back, and I'm like, all right, Dimitri, how about, you know, do a couple posts, like do a Twitch stream or something, and, you know, I'll see what I can do for you. I really want to help you out. So immediately afterwards, I get an email, like literally 30 seconds later, and it's like, I'm talking about you everywhere, come look! And it's a link to like some thread on ImageGur, which is like our splash screen for the game, which is this really cool GIF we made where Hargrove's on this cliff and he's looking at the tower in the distance. And it's that GIF, and it's like, let's all get together and help Charles Webb with his Kickstarter! and I was immediately like, oh boy, what am I about to look at? And I'm like looking through the comments, and it's all just people like, because he said my name, he said Charles Webb on the ImageGur link, and it's like, everybody's like, nice try, Charles Webb, like, because it was so weirdly written, it just looked like spam. You know what I mean? Yeah. It looked like a robot wrote it. So pretty much immediately after that, I was like, oh shit, okay, never mind. I sent an email to Dimitri. I was like, all right, Dimitri, please stop. Then he's in the comments. People are like, you're just a shill. You're just a spammer. And he's like, you're a retard.
Oh no!
And I'm like, all right, this cannot happen. So I emailed Dimitri back. I'm like, you know what, Dimitri? Don't worry about it. Forget the whole thing. Here's an alpha key. Please don't post anywhere else about our game ever again. Which was great. I really enjoyed the whole experience.
And partway through the entire thing, at some point, like...
No, it was after that.
Oh, it was after this?
Yeah, after that, he emails me, and he goes, hey, guess what? I broke my leg!
What? He's
like, now I guess I'll have plenty of time to play Ruin of the Reckless. Also, your game's way too hard.
Oh, no.
So what we were thinking is eventually we do want to have shrines in the game, and don't quote us on that because it's one of those things we'll only be able to do after we're done fulfilling every Kickstarter promise. And then once those are all done and we've done everything we promised, we can start going, maybe we'll add an extra boss and some shrines and some other neat stuff. Right? With whatever money that we might have left. But we want to have a shrine called the Shrine of Dimitri that gives you a free item and lowers your movement speed.
And it's like a new thing, like the best spell in the game. You can only get it from the
Yeah.
Shin of Dimitri.
And the spell it's going to give you, we want to call it Dimitri's Vengeance, and basically have like this super spell that just shoots out lightning bolts and gusts and swords and just does everything. But lower movement speed's like the worst thing that can happen to you, right? So it'll be still like, oh, do I really want to activate this Shrine of Dimitri? Even after you know what it is. So, you know, and it'll be one spell book, so once it's out, then you just have lower movement speed for the rest of the game, unless you can recharge it somehow. So we think it'll be fun to build around, and we always want to have stuff like that kind of hidden away in the game. And for the very few people who know the story of Dimitri, I think it'll be really funny when they open it and they see that shrine.
Everyone else can wonder, who's Dimitri?
I would love to add everyone as a character in the game, but you know, if you look at Stargrove, one of those things people can really easily take for granted, but like, Stargrove has a lot of animations, if you look at it. And all those animations are pretty expensive, especially because with a character like Stargrove, it has to look absolutely perfect. Like it's a main character, it's a playable character. We have to be absolutely 100% happy with every frame of every animation. And that means that it's more expensive because it means more revisions and it means more tweaking and more redesigns. And all those things can get very expensive very quickly. And that's why we can't just have, you know, Nuclear Throne's a much lower resolution game. So it's easier for them to have, not to mention it's Vlambeer, so they have like $1 million budget. So it's easier for them to have like 8 or 9 different characters, and also their characters aren't as animated as ours. Like they just have a walk animation, and then all their haptics are handled by moving the gun around and stuff. But Stargrove has an attack animation, a walk animation, a cast animation,
Jumping.
Jumping animation, which right now is adapted from the cast animation, but we'd really like to have it be its own specific jump animation. And also Stargrove is missing his idle animation, which we also need to make. So there's a bunch of animations that are required for every main character, and that's why it's just not something we can like throw around. And that's why the person that made it, who gets their own character as a backer, paid $1,000, because honestly, even at $1,000, it's still, it's like, you know, we probably will have to spend a little bit of our own money to make that happen anyway. Depending on the artist we find and how much they charge us, and a million little factors, and we have to kind of highball it because we can't end up with not enough money. You know what I mean? We have to end up with either enough money or too much money, because again, the thing that I like never want to do, and the thing we've been super careful not to do, is have one of these Kickstarters where you're promising things that are kind of like wishful thinking that you're not really sure if you can do, and then you end up like the Coolest Cooler, having raised $1 million and promised all these things to all these people, and then come to this realization, oh, we can't actually do any of those things. So, so we definitely always wanted to avoid that. We've made really sure that everything we're offering and everything we're giving people the chance to make is something, one, that we're basically planning on putting in the game anyway, if we could, like design-wise, and then also something really cool and unique that we can put our full effort and attention behind, and that will really improve the game.
Oh shit.
Don't die!
I'm fine.
Oh, he dodged.
Never die.
Smile, you got this.
I do.
Punch the guys. Punch them. Punch the one.
Oh, the hell.
Punch those ones too.
Ruin the vampirism trigger. Ooh, into the spikes! Love it. That's it. Oh, it's another vampirism. Oh, Smite's about to beat the game.
You
Damn!
still got 2 floors.
Oh, by the way, if you beat the game, Smite, then to my knowledge, you will be the first person to beat the new build, which is really the hardest thing that's been made.
Yeah.
I gotta get healed, man.
Ooh. Just punch more boys.
I'm trying, Catsworth.
Because it used to be that the keys would spawn completely randomly on the floors, but now they spawn at the furthest room from where you start.
No, furthest from the exit.
Oh, furthest from the exit, I mean. So, obviously that really changes things a lot, and it makes these last couple floors a lot harder. So, you know, that will make it really different, because a lot of our expert players have been just grabbing the key and running through the last couple floors. And we were like, you know what, the last couple floors, at least of the alpha, should be super epic. So we don't want people to just grab the key and leave and not have this epic encounter. So we moved the location of the key spawning. Also, we made golems more dangerous. They used to be a little less scary. and we nerfed some of the really strong abilities. So this is the hardest build of the game. So good luck. If you beat it, if you beat it, you will be like almost on Smileland level as far as how fast you beat it. Because this is your first time playing, right?
Yeah.
And you've been playing for how long?
Oh, we've been out for 2 hours. Had lots of time.
2 hours? Wow, man. That is at 4:11 in 2 hours is absolutely unheard of. So don't get down on yourself. You're a grand reckless soldier.
Let me tell you about Rogue Legacy. Catsworth was playing it, and I said, "Yeah, this game looks easy." Catsworth was like, "Oh yeah, try it," and then I bought it and said it would wreck. It was great.
Yeah, I had a couple world records even.
I hate that video. I get caught a cheater every week.
People are dumb.
Alright, I got all this money and I don't know what I want.
World is your oyster. So buy a chocolate chip.
Oh, my book is cursed. Oh, that sucks. I got all these orbs though.
Oh, you have 3 vampirism? No wonder.
Yeah, I got a regen too.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
I like me some health steal. Gotta deal with that wizard over there, that sucks. Okay, well. I got my key. But I don't know about this room that I have to go through. This is pretty gross.
It's fine.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably gonna beat it right now. Eventually, we want to make it so that you can't leave the last floor without killing every enemy.
Well, I'll do that out of spite.
That'll probably be in a later.
No enemy will be
just
spared.
because we want the last floor to be pretty epic. So probably we'll have a thing that comes out that says like final floor, kill every monster, and then there won't be a key on that floor, but you'll just kill everybody instead.
Man, I wish my book wasn't cursed. I lost my magic. These guys are grabbing me through the wall.
Oh, that's gonna make it harder.
He's fine. Smile, why are you scaring everyone? Jeez.
Doing my best, Catsworth.
That looks like a fun room.
My time is up. I think this might help me though, because I can shoot these bombs in that hell pit in there. Oh. Oh my god. I made it to that floor. Here we are. Did I do it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
That
it.
was pretty gross.
Oh, my very.
I couldn't kill every enemy, I broke my promise.
That was a pretty good amount of them, though.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I think I would have been okay if I didn't have this cursed. I don't know when I picked up a cursed book. I was trying not to do that. Man. Like, that seems like the one thing that you do not want that cursed.
Yeah, and later builds, hopefully the curses will do different things depending on what gear slot they are and have more of a kind of variety than just the old school can't pick up a different thing.
Yeah, what I really want to do, and this is another kind of dream that maybe we can't do, but if you guys ever played Pokemon Dungeon Legend or whatever,
I haven't.
really neat system. I don't remember what it's called. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is what it's called. And there's a lot of problems with that game. I don't love the game. But they have one really cool thing where I think this is them. Might be a different game. But they have their cursed items are like instead of saying the Book of Clouds, it'll say like the Book of Crowds. And then whenever you, so that'll be cursed, right? And then whenever, so it'll be like almost look the same but look a little different. and if you pick that up, then every time you cast it, like it'll still cast the cloud spell that you're expecting, but it'll also have some kind of penalty, like it'll summon 3 skirmishers or something. So we really want to do that, but right now the cursed items just take up the slot.
I think I'm gonna hell pit now, right? I'm doomed.
Oh yeah, you're doomed. That's it. You are the winner. The winner is you.
You got this.
Floor 13 is no good for nobody.
No, it's the unluckiest floor.
That's the spooky floor.
And the full build of the game is going to be 20 floors. We're going to have at least 2 bosses, so that'll probably be one on floor 10 and one on floor 20.
Nice.
We already have the bosses kind of built, but they just need more work. They're not ready for prime time quite yet. And I'm sure, as you can tell, we like to push stuff that's like pretty close to complete if at all possible.
Yeah.
So those will be coming, and the super epic encounter on the final floor, but that's all post Kickstarter. As soon as the Kickstarter is over, it's the backer build, and the backer build's going to have everything the backers, all the backer rewards, so all the backer monsters, all the backer items, all the backer orbs, as well as other stuff that we make up, bosses, and other stuff too.
How long you got
and
left
then
in
that
your
will
campaign?
Oh yeah, thank you so much.
How much time is left on it? Oh jeez, all my money's
Oh,
dropped.
days I believe, maybe.
16 days according to the Kickstarter.
Yeah, and today, right now is a difficult time to be an indie dev because it's Labor Day weekend and it's also PAX West.
It is, yeah.
So, so it's rough. One thing that we observed that's been really interesting and kind of a bummer is that generally the indie press has been super hot on Ruin of the Reckless, and when we launched our Greenlight, there was like many articles written about us by all kinds of relatively big indie press outlets, and that was great. When we launched a Kickstarter, we've been competing with PAX West and also with Gamescom. So press, because now we're competing with Blizzard and the Sombra ARG and all these things that just have multi-million-dollar marketing.
You got that.
Cool.
You got that Battleborn burden now if you're competing with Blizzard stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, we got Battleborn.
Oh no.
Which is okay. I mean, look, we still, even through that, we've still raised almost $13,000, and we still have 2 weeks left in the campaign. So we're still doing amazing. And I'm sure you can tell. I mean, I can tell you right now. I won't tell you guys the exact number, but everything that you see in the game was made for less than $13,000. So we are very careful with our resources and very careful with, in terms of pushing our design. So it's a lot of money for us, and we can do a lot with it. But we really wanted to get at least hit, like, what I'd really like to do is hit the 55, because I really want to hit the Slime Girl soundtrack.
Yeah. Well, you gave me a couple keys. I think I'll give one of them out to my chat if that's all right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Also, Killer MC, you were asking if you get alpha access. Yeah, so if you get the beta access on the Kickstarter, that'll give you alpha access too.
Yeah. So basically, anybody right now, anybody above 25 or above gets alpha access immediately, and that's just to say thanks to everybody for backing at that level and supporting the game. And then, of course, that tier also gives you access to the backer beta, which is going to be released pretty much as soon after the Kickstarter as it's ready. We're going to push that out, and that'll be kind of like an early access build for our backers that has all the stuff they paid for in it. And that $25 level also gets you access to that. And that's going to be for backers only. So our ideology is the people that supported us and put their money up and helped us get the game made, they're going to have this extra stage where they're our only testers, and they really get to kind of help us shape the game and push it in the direction they want it to go before we start showing it to everybody and getting feedback from like so many sources that we can barely keep up.
I was going to ask about this because I keep forgetting to graphics options. We get on window forever. We're going to get some full screen. Maybe I missed that.
Oh, okay. So here's the deal. So when it comes to window and full screen and all this, so it's pixel art, and a lot of people don't really know this, but pretty much every pixel art game that looks good restricts your resolution in some way If you play Under the Guns, and there's even a thing where it says like, "Don't choose this resolution, or our artist will be mad at you," you know, and that's just because there's like a mathematical element of the screen resolution as compared to the number of pixels in the game that can cause it to look not great. So basically, what it means is that, yeah. So, but we don't want to always letterbox it. So here's what I can tell you for sure. Are you there?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing is this 1280 by 720 window, that'll be available, and if your monitor is a multiple of 1280 by 720, it will scale to full screen.
So you're gonna work on 1920 by 1080 as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's also going to be on 1920 by 1080. I want to do 1024 by 768, and then anything that's a multiple of those will also work. So if you're one of these crazy people with like a 3560 by 1440 or 24, whatever that number is, that is that double 1920 by 1080, that will also be supported. So any multiple of those resolutions will be supported. And actually there is full screen in the game right now. If you press M, you'll go into full screen mode. But if your monitor isn't set to 1280 by 720 or a multiple of that, then it won't stretch to fit your screen. So most people are running 1920 by 1080, and there will be a full screen mode for that. We already have that working. It's built. It functions.
It's not on floor 1. Yeah, let me press that.
So the 1920 by 1080 build does function and work, and that will definitely be available. I can say 100% because it's already working. But the reason we put it out at 1280 by 720 is we got to build the interface for switching resolutions, first of all. And sometimes the first time you go into full screen, it kind of glitches out. If you just press M again and then M again, it should be fine. So what you'll notice is that on 1920 by 1080, it doesn't stretch to fit. It like goes into the center of your screen.
Yeah.
But that in the retail build and probably in the backer beta, if we have time to do it before then, it will definitely 100% scale exactly to 1920 by 1080. And that means that you'll be able to see more of the field. It's more zoomed out. It's like a real native resolution push. So it means that the game will actually be playable in 1080p, like actual 1080p, not scaled 1080p. You will really have the full 1080p HD 1 pixel for 1 pixel ratio at that resolution.
You want to talk about
which looks really...
I think we're wrong with Nuclear Throne. They decided to letterbox it, and they refused to give us like a proper full screen zoom out kind of thing. They wanted that to look horizontally wide but not tall. Like, kind of weird decision they made. They wanted a cube, basically.
Yeah, I understand. See, their method makes sense for a couple of reasons. One thing is, their game is not a rectangle. Like, I think they're a 4:3 ratio.
Yeah, I mean, that's a mistake that they made when they started that I think they shouldn't have. Like, they can't really fix it in post, like, when they realized things like they ran at 30 FPS is another one. Like, they shouldn't have done that.
30, I mean, yeah, this one, Ruin the Ruckus runs at 60. I'm not sure why Hyper Light Drifter and Nuclear Throne run at 30. There's this rumor that Game Maker Studio has to run at 30, which is just not true at all. Game Maker can run at any frame rate you want it to.
Put it at 1,000.
Yeah, you could literally put it at 1,000 and that would be fine.
I know that they wanted to fix it, but they said there was no way. Like, it was too late by the time
it would be built into all the systems. So.
Yeah, there's no way to do that, really. Unless you had every movement function in the game attached to a delta time, which would be bad and really hard to program around. So I totally get it. Like, it would be a total rework. Like, if we wanted to change our frame per second to 30, that would also be a complete rework. We'd have to rework everything in the whole game.
The enemies would barely move.
Yeah, that is a foible of Game Maker. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so, and the other thing is that they're really concerned about like the speedrunning community and having it be balanced, and they don't like the idea that somebody playing on a higher resolution monitor will have an advantage. And I gotta be honest, we don't like that either. Like, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think it's worth it because the advantage from a 1920 1080 as opposed to 1280 by 720 isn't that big. And I don't know, I just think people being able to play at 1080p, like real 1080p, is going to be really cool, and people are going to like that more than they're going to dislike having a slight advantage at 1280 by 720.
I mean,
and also, as you can balance the whole game around 1280 by 720.
Aside from laptops, I
it's
don't
fair at this resolution, and then at 1920 by 1080, it'll maybe be a little easier.
Yeah, 1080p is like the minimum standard resolution these days. I would say most people are either that or higher.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, actually, I think right now the most common resolution on any monitor, like in the market, is 1920 by 1080.
Yeah, I think so.
And then on like in the indie market, it's 1280 by 720. So that's why we want to make absolutely sure that those two resolutions are natively supported at retail. And that's just a matter of we need to play to what people have. If people have monitors, a lot of laptops cap out at 1280 by 720. A lot of entry-level monitors do 1920 by 1080, and then a lot of people who have higher resolution are running 2560 by 1440, and that you can double up 1280 by 720, so that'll still scale to full screen.
Yeah.
So all the really big options are going to be covered, but we're not going to be able to have like going down the line. I don't know if that makes sense. Like we can't have a 1024 and then 1100, then a 1280 like some games do, and that's just because you have to build the whole game around scaling the resolution properly, and we don't want to have like half-assed resolutions that scale improperly and look bad.
I'll tell you, as a streamer, I can tell you, I like borderless windows, and if I can't get full screen borderless, then I want like as close to it as I can get. So for me, it's 1600 by 900 borderless is what I usually stream when I have that option.
And we'll see. I know 1600 by 900 is kind of popular too, and we'll see. I mean, it's possible that it really is just changing two numbers, but it's not just changing two numbers because you also have to like really test the game, and make sure it actually plays well at those resolutions. So there's that issue too,
Yep.
But if it's possible, we'd like to support any resolution that there's a lot of people that want. We will do our best to put in the game, but I can guarantee at this point, 1280 by 720, 1920 by 1080, and any multiple of those will 100% scale to full screen with no letterbox. And other resolutions, we'll do our best to support them, but I couldn't guarantee it at this point.
Well, thanks for coming by. I'm going to raffle one of the keys you gave me. I'll give the other one to a streamer. I'm sure I can find one.
If you want to wrap up, we can get out of your hair. Thank you so much for letting us come on and hang out and
that's fine.
Talk for a while.
It's good to have somebody who's good at commentary. It sure ain't me. I was just sitting here trying to win.
Hey, Rude, what about me?
Yeah,
Jeez.
and Catsworth's making the worst jokes I've ever heard in my whole life, I tell you.
Oh, thanks again. Thanks for helping us keep the fire burning during PAX West.
Yeah.
And everybody out there, thank you guys so much for hanging out. If you think the game looks cool and you like what we're doing, and you want to back and you really want to be involved and help us make this thing, then we are so grateful. And even if you just think what we're doing is cool and you're thinking, I'll get it at retail, let's just see what happens. I totally get it. That's totally fine. But please tell your friends what we're doing. Tell people about Ruin of the Reckless. Show people our Kickstarter. Even that is super valuable and it really helps. It really, really helps because we're just a two-man team, and every resource we have is being spent just on the game and making it better and improving it in whatever way we can. This is really our dream and our passion and our life for a long time, and it will be hopefully for a little while longer. So thank you everyone so much, and thanks if you back, if you spread the word, or even if you just go talk shit about us. I appreciate that. At least you care, At least you care about games, and you care about indie games, and you have a legitimate problem with us. That's fine too. But whatever you want to do, thank you guys so much for just giving us your ear for a few minutes.
Yeah, thanks for coming in.
Yep.
And thanks for letting me have a copy. I'm gonna play some more. I gotta keep on trying out some of this stuff. I gotta try a pet build now that I have one with vampirism. I figured that would work pretty well.
Offhand Gust is a really good combo.
Yeah, can we leave you with a few combos that are really fun?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, mass pets, upgrade your Gust attack. Vampirism, siphoning, upgrade your charge up slash. You found the spellbook, Spellmaster, charge up soul, recharge belt. That's a really good one.
Quick charger plus the lightning spell plus super jump boots. You just jump into a crowd of enemies and quickly drop a lightning bolt. great.
Super Jump Boot slash Soul is very, very strong, and there's a trick on Jump Boots where if you attack and then immediately Super Jump, then your weapon will skate across the ground. And that was originally a glitch, but it's just so fun and cool that I'm just going to leave it in unless somebody really, really, really hates it, because I love it. There's some combos for you. And MC, if you want to love the game, the best way you can love the game is to back the Kickstarter. And tell your friends. That is the most love that you can show, and for anyone that decides to do that, we really appreciate it. We'll leave it to you, Smite. Thank you so much. We're going to jump off, and this is a really cool stream. I really enjoy this. You got a good video quality. You're obviously really good at video games because you just beat it faster than I've ever seen anybody do it. And
Wait till we race it.
especially thanks for highlighting us and for giving us a chance to hang out and talk to you guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming by.
Yep.
Later, guys.
Oh, yeah, we have a Twitter. It's @Cooperative
Yeah, Twitter is @Cooperative. Kickstarter link's been posted many times. We got a website, ruinofthereckless.com.
That's faux as in F-A-U-X.
Yeah.
FAUX Operative Games is
Like
the
not
name of our
cooperative.
corporation. And when you guys see the co-op mode of this game, you will understand why. There's friendly fire and all kinds of adversarial elements that will make you hate
Smite's gonna kill me.
power with you. So that's why it's cooperative games, because we always like to have those elements in the game. And this is built as a co-op game, and it will be co-op as well for anybody wondering. So, enjoy. We're going to head out for real this time. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you around.
Take it easy.
Take care.
Later, guys.
Okay, Malice Toaster, I need to give you this, and I'm gonna go off and host Loon. He's still doing his thing, looks like.
He's always doing his thing. Loon lasts forever.
He's on a marathon, I'm gonna host him, so...
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna host him, but I'm gonna shout out
Yeah.
that he's on a hitbox, so go to
Gonna
Hitbox.
host that hitbox.
Hitbox of Raving Loon, check that out. Where's that link? Yeah, you can check that out if you feel like somebody he's doing his thing. And if you don't feel like doing that, I'll host somebody who's doing retro games, so... Thanks for coming by. Alice Toaster, I'll PM you in a minute here. You're on Discord, right? I'll get you up on there. That's easier for me. You better be on Discord or you're getting it. Oh. Alright. Hopefully my server's working tomorrow. If it's not, I will probably rent one somewhere else and get it online so that I can run my show. I don't want that to be canceled because of that. That would suck. That's very unlikely. But if they don't fix it, that's probably what I'll have to do. It looks like my web page at least is online, so that's good looking. That's new. It was broken a bit ago, but yeah. Take it easy, everybody.
See ya.